Hey, everybody. So, this is our very first mastermind training with Team LovingLife. And this is going to go down in history. I promise you that, because there's going to come a time where this team is so large and we're going to play this recording and people are going to go, there's no way on God's green earth that Sherry Sharman started like this. There's no way that Cheryl started like this, that Soda started like this, that Rika or Helen or Matt or any of Team LovingLife, from Nikki to Kathy to Moana, you're part of the family, and Sandy and Richard, and it's going to come down to this situation. I promise you, where people are going to look and it's going to be one of those things that people will go, wow. And it's always that way. That's why it's good to, you know how they do before and after weight loss pictures, and people go, wow, I can't believe that that's where you started and this is where you are now. It's in any journey, it's in anything. And ours happens to be a business journey that we're talking about tonight. And I know a lot of you understand different personalities, and a lot of times we use colors to represent the different personalities. And we all have all four personalities inside of us. We all do. We have the one that is money motivated and driven. We have the one that is fun in our life. We have the one where we care about people. And we have the one where we want a certain amount of details. We all do. It just depends on what those areas are in. At this moment, as we're talking about putting this business plan together, this is going to be a little bit more on the business red side, because this is the moment that we have to help all of you build a team. We can talk about helping people later because it's here. We can talk about traveling the world and having fun later because it's here. And we can talk about facts and details, whenever you guys want to. But let's talk about helping you get promoted, helping you get celebrated, and an actual game plan. So I'm going to go in a few different areas and categories to help all of you. And Sherry, whenever you want to chime in, because I know that your brain works in a phenomenal way. And there might be something, Sherry, that will trigger a thought or an idea or a process. And please just say, hey, Muzaffar, or whatever you want to say, and I will stop, young lady, I promise, because you have gold nuggets that can help all of us at any moment in time. So please feel free at any moment. What I want all of you to understand right now is that I'm gonna show you how I built all 7 of my companies with the same process. So I'm going to show you that. Then I'm going to go into the game plan of what we have to specifically do for Viago. And the process that I show all of you, if you just do it, success is inevitable if you just are willing to do these things. So the first thing that I cover a lot is I cover 7 steps. And I cover these things a lot. And I'm just going to write them out before I go into the game plan. Number 1 is making a decision. And this decision is not to get started, because everyone's already started. This decision is to finish. This is what you have to do, is you have to make a decision that you're going to finish this one. Now, finish is different for everybody. So I really need you to figure out what this means to you. What does that one mean to all of you? So let me explain. If we look at the rank of bronze and silver, right? So bronze is 5'5", silver is 10'10". Sorry, I went a little high on that one. Gold is 25'25", right? Sapphire is 50-50, and you guys should know this by heart. This is your business. Emerald is 100. I hope all of you are writing it down like I'm writing it down. It's the only way you're going to get good at it, is by doing this over and over and over again. Diamond is 250. Blue diamond is 500. Red diamond is 1,000, 1,000. Purple diamond is 2,000, 2,000. And black diamond is going to be 5,000, 5,000. And to all the ladies that are on here, when you finish black diamond, Sherry will buy you a pair of black diamond earrings. This is being recorded right now. So anyways, 5,000, 5,000. And so here's what happens. And guys, we'll get you a black diamond bracelet or necklace or something. Be really cool. Since Sherry's footing the bill, I can make up anything that sounds cool. So this right here is $50 a month. This is $200 a month. This is $500 a month. Please write all of these down. This is $1,000 a month. This is $2,000 a month. This is $5,000 a month. This is $10,000 a month. This is $20,000 a month. This is $36,000 a month. And this right here is $85,000 a month. Okay, so the number one thing you have to decide is, what does finish mean to you? It's the number one thing you have to decide. Please pick your finish. Don't do mine if it's not yours. Do yours. This is now, for me, I want you to understand, my finish is not black diamond. This is the start to my finish. I'm telling you, I'm crazy. This is Muzaffar, and my finish, where I think at that moment I'm going to take a breath, me, and I'm being recorded, is I think I'm going to take a breath when I have 100 black diamonds on my left and 100 black diamonds on my right. I think I will take a breather at that moment, maybe a vacation. Because I want to see my friends win. I don't know how else to explain it to you. Everybody talks colors and says, Muzaffar is so red. My second color is yellow. Some people are going to figure it out. I'm driven by my yellow more than people will ever realize. And I want to see my friends win. So please pick which one works for you. Do not let me influence you in any way, shape, or form. Please square off your finish, okay? And make that like your something that you have written somewhere that you can see it. Do you know that my daughters, every day in their prayers, they say, please help. They call me Abu. Abu is the word for dad. They go, please help Abu finish black diamond by May or sooner. That's what they say right now. That's what they say. Every prayer, every morning. It's like everywhere. I've claimed it, right? And so some people are scared to claim it because what if you miss? I don't care. I'm going to go all out as fast as I can and give it everything that I've got. So what is your finish? Number one. Number two, why? Why are you going to finish? Why are you going to do this? You guys have to do these two things. These two things, if you're willing to do these two things, everything else will happen. The why is what people don't write down. They talk about it. They think like they know it. Everybody goes, I know my why, and they don't write it down. The difference is I've written mine down, right? And it's one thing to tell you. It's another thing to show you. And, you know, this is our family. So I'm going to show you. I woke up at, what time was it? It was like 4 a.m. and my why was very, very clear to me. And I got up and I wrote this down. My accomplishments, like you'll see it right here, like I will accomplish in 2025. And I wrote down, I'm not going to show you mine because it's mine, but I'll show you. There's one. I'm trying to hide mine because it's my personal stuff. Hold on. There's two. And that's the last page right there. That's number 7. I had 7 items on there that I wrote, and I read them. I read them every night, every morning. I read my why. like why I'm doing this, just so all of you know. Please do it. Just do it. And these are things that whenever I teach this stuff, people go, wow, does he really do it? And the thing is that I just learned this from Sherry 30 years ago. And when everybody stopped doing it, I was the silly one that kept doing it. I was the guy that kept doing the things that she taught, because to me, it was religion. So anyways, number 2 is your why. Number 3, now this is where the work begins, where we're gonna work on your list. Number 4, we're gonna work on setting appointments. Number 5, we're gonna work on presenting. Number 6, we're gonna work on closing. And number 7, we're gonna work on follow-up. So this is the work. So we're gonna put a game plan together. These are 7 steps that I work on. Follow-up and training. Okay, so that's 7. Okay, so with that being said, let me continue on to our game plan. So now, once you have your decision made and you have why you're doing this, now let's talk about a game plan. So we've got May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, which is Atlanta. And this event is called Amplify. Okay, so this is the event. And in order for us to finish whatever rank you choose, now there is a big blue diamond trip that is happening, and the qualification ends December 31st, right? And so if this is where the trip ends, in order to really make this happen, right? In order to make this happen, from now until Atlanta. Now, I'm going to tell all of you that in order to be here, which a blue diamond, if you guys remember what I showed you, it's 500, 500. This seems like really far away when you have one person on your team or 2 people on your team. And I'm here to tell you that this business multiplies faster than you can even realize. So I need you to understand that multiplication happens fast. So everybody asks me, what if you could go back in time and go to the Muzaffar that was 21 and give him advice or coach him, or knowing what you know now, what would you do? And I tell everybody that outside of telling him to go to training faster, one of the things that I would do is try to get Muzaffar to understand that these bigger numbers are actually real and that they can happen for him, for this kid. All of you have stuff, whether it's doubts or concerns or fear, or because you didn't do significance in the past. Please do not push your pain forward. What happened in other companies or what happened in other network marketing business is not this business. Please do not push your pain forward. Divorce yourself from the past and let's focus on this with the experience that you have. All I need you to do is absorb the fact, just absorb the fact that multiplication happens. It just does. So underneath blue diamond, what you write is multiplication will happen. That's all you need to understand, is multiplication will happen. Now, how do you go from now to Atlanta? The goal right now for all of you is 20. Our goal is to get 20 people on your team to Atlanta. That's our goal. That doesn't mean that that's the rank that we want you to be on, because you're going to have a lot more people on your team in order for you to have 20 at training. Right? So a realistic goal that we can help you shoot towards is 20 actual bodies with you in Atlanta. In order for this to happen, you must be registered. you must be registered for Atlanta for 20 people. And the faster you're registered, the faster we have a chance of getting this number done, just so all of you know. Okay, so this is the event. It's called Amplify. This is where we want all of you at. This is now. Now, what we've got to do is we have to take the steps in order for you to get here. So step number one is we want to make sure that now there's going to be a building methodology that I want to talk to you guys about of what we can do, but we'll talk about that in a second. But the goal is 2, then 6, then bronze, then silver, then gold, then sapphire. Okay, bronze is 5-5, silver is 10-10, gold is 25-25, and sapphire is 50-50. This is the plan from now until Atlanta for all of you. For all of you. Okay. In order for this to happen, we go back to the work, right? So one of the things that you hear people talking about is, and I talked about it from stage, is this list. Is this list. And this is something that I showed people how to do. I taught people how to do. I can't stress enough how important the list is. I cannot. And I'm telling all of you that a lot of times when people are, when they're nervous, when they're hesitant, when they haven't bought in yet, the reason why in my very first company I made a big list is because I spent $5,000 to get started. That's why I made a big list. When people spend $500, they don't make a big list. But when you spend $5,000, $10,000 to start a business, you make a big list. And that's where it's all mentality. Like, how do we get everyone to act as if they spent $100,000 to do this business? Or what's equivalent? What's equivalent to spending $100,000? I'll tell you. Look at what your bank account has inside of it right now, and imagine that you spent double the amount that's in your bank account right now. So whatever amount you have in your bank account, double would put you negative that amount. If that's what you spent, and I said put a list together, oh my goodness, there's not a single person that would have less than 500 to 1,000 people on a list. But when you spend $500 and it's on a credit card, for some people, it's easy in and easy out. For some people, there's no like oomph or push. And that's why when people have made the decision and people have written out their why, you should see the list that I see after these two things are completed, versus when people haven't done the decision or the why, the lists are a lot. They're literally 90% smaller. There's a correlation to these two things. There just is. So now what happens with the list is we've got to sit there and figure a building strategy for everybody. And Sherry, I'm going to tell you, because I had a lot of talk with a lot of leaders, and what they're trying to do is all the leaders are trying to build as fast as they can. And they're trying to create what's called power legs in a binary as fast as possible. And when people do that, they go, listen, what they teach their team is we put our first 2 people here and we put our third person here. And if that happens, then when this person gets their first 2, it goes like this: 1, 2, third person. 1, 2, third person. And you see how fast a power leg starts to happen. It starts to grow like this. And what this does for everybody up the chain is they're trying to help people get 25 down one side so people can go 25 down the other side. Now, as good as that is, just so all of you know, as good as that is, you have to realize that what we don't want is we don't want you relying on what's called spillover to build your business, because that's not a solid business for you. It's a business that helps you, but don't look for love from above. Don't look for Sherry to build your business for you. Don't look for the person above you to build your business for you. Here's the question, right? How many personals have you signed up so far? Personals. This is something that we have to change this week, right? So tomorrow night, we have a presentation. And we're going to go into different styles of presentations. But every presentation that's happening right now, all of us have life and we have work and we have family and we have certain things and there's certain stuff. You have to schedule your Viago business into your life. You have to. Like you gotta treat it as this is uninterrupted time. So tomorrow, if there's an opportunity presentation happening at 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern, then you schedule that into your phone, into your schedule, and you say 5-10 minutes before, I'm gonna lock myself in, and 5-10 minutes after. I'm gonna give myself from 6:20 to 7:30 to be uninterrupted. Why? Because I'm going to get on early. I'm going to make sure my people are on. I'm going to make sure they see me, number one. Number two, when the presentation is done, I'm going to call my people. I'm going to make sure they hear from me. Allocate enough time when it comes to presentation to make sure that you're building your business correctly. Like allocate enough time. I promise. This is something that people are not doing. So tomorrow night, we're doing a presentation. Outside of that, the next one is going to be on Saturday that we do as a group. Now, the reason I say the next one is these are group presentations. But we're also doing private presentations. How many private presentations can you be a part of? Right? Outside of that, there's other leaders doing presentations, and maybe you want to use those as well. The goal is, and again, I learned this from Sherry, is whoever has the most butts in the seats wins. And in this case, we're not sitting in an office presentation. We're sitting on a Zoom, right? We're sitting in a private Zoom, or we're sitting in a group Zoom, or how many butts can we get in front of the presentation? And that's where I know my good friend Josh last night on the training talked about no's, because it's the number one, it's one of the top fears. I can't say it's the number one fear. It's one of the top fears is people hearing no. You know, today I did, Sherry, I did a private Zoom with Jared's whole family. And he's never had a whole private Zoom for his whole family. And I'm talking from his grandma, his grandpa, his like literally like big brothers, big sisters, aunties, uncles, had them all on. And he was like, I'm tired of being scared. I'm tired of not doing it. And so we did a whole Zoom with his family. It's the first time he's done it, and he's been in network marketing a long time. And he was like, I would really like if you would explain them the business and show everything to them. And that's what we did. And the response was absolutely phenomenal. And I'm telling you is that it took him a long time to get over his fear. And he had this fear of what's going to happen if he really talks to his family. And we talked about, we want to help Jared on a diamond run. We want to help him go diamond. We want to help him go diamond. Look, the same thing goes for all of you. We want to help you go diamond, and we want to help you go blue diamond. We want to help you get these done. But in order to do that, you need 20 at Amplify. In order to do that, we need to help you go through this process. We need to help you get your 2 completed. Then we need to help you get to free. Then we need to help you get to bronze, and then silver, and then gold, and then sapphire. This right now is the goal from now until Atlanta for everybody that's on here. I want you walking the stage as a sapphire. So does Sherry. So in order for us to do this, the biggest thing we can do is the list. The next thing is the invite. And this is where people get nervous. What am I going to say? How am I going to say it? And everybody's going through this part right here is the invitation. So let's talk, family, is the invite. I'm telling you, you're going to make mistakes on the invite. You're going to say things that aren't going to go well on the invite. This is where you are going to make mistakes. If any of you were at Playbook, this is where I did the analogy that when you go through an invite or a presentation and people say no, or they oppose, or they don't want to do it, don't hold on to that weight. If you guys remember me putting the weight in my friend's hand, this is where you have to let the weight go and just let it be, and then try again, and then try again, and then try again. It doesn't matter. But there's a point right now. For example, Soda came to this realization yesterday because he messaged Sherry and I, and he was like, if I have a normal conversation with people, things seem to go pretty good. Because he had a normal conversation with his friend Kevin, invited his friend Kevin to the presentation, and his friend Kevin thanked him afterwards. And for a big teddy bear like Soda, who has a big yellow personality, Soda's fear is offending somebody. Soda's fear is losing relationships. Soda's fear is what will happen if I do this, and they're upset with me because he's got such a big heart. When he's starting to realize is people love him so much that if he has a normal conversation, that people are going to at least look at the information. And even if they don't, so what? Like realistically, come to the point of so what? Maybe some of you guys have heard this one. Some will, some won't. So what? Next. It just comes down to it, right? We cannot be married to the results. You cannot. If there was ever a time in your life that you were going to let go of the past and let go of any failures or let go of not having success in network marketing, now is the time. If there was ever a time that you were going to put down the bat because so many people beat themselves up for what they didn't accomplish, now is the time. If there was ever a time that you were going to stop comparing yourself to other people, now is the time. And just go, I'm just going to do the activity no matter what. And I'm going to do the activity more than I've ever done before in my life. And I'm just going to trust the process. And I'm telling all of you right now that what will happen, then please listen to this carefully. And I'm not saying this to scare you. And I'm not saying this to make you feel any certain way. Sherry is just beginning. And what's going to happen is there are people that are going to start with her that will get success fast. And you will sit there and say, why is Sherry spending all her time now with them and she forgot about me? She didn't forget about you. She's working where she's being forced to work. And I'm letting you know it's going to happen. Like it's going to happen. I'll give you an example of me. I had a conversation today with a guy that's getting started, and I was putting his game plan together, and I'm going to show it to you. It's for Ben. Ben brought this guy, and Ben was like, Muzaffar, I need you to put a game plan together. Look, this is his game plan right here. The guy's name is Julio, and we started going through his contacts in Costa Rica, Colombia, Mexico, Guatemala, Panama, Brazil, Bolivia, Peru, USA. In USA, it's New York, LA, Utah, North Carolina. What does this mean? This is Spanish right here. I told him in Colombia, lunes means Monday, martes means Tuesday, miércoles means Wednesday, jueves means Thursday, and then viernes, sábado, domingo. So I told him where I was going to be as we were going through his contacts. What I started to do is, and then I have other pieces of paper, but I started writing down his game plan on how we're going to do it, because he right now, ladies and gentlemen, wants to have 1,000 people on his team, as you saw on the piece of paper, right? So if you look at everything that he has all the way through what we're trying to do, and then after the training, I was like, what are we trying to do? Fev means febrero. He wants to have 1,000 people in his business at the end of February. There are people that are going to come into Sherry's business that way that's going to demand our time. It's just going to happen. So I'm telling you right now, as you have her time right now, let's do it. Let's do this. Let's use her. And I mean that in a good way, Sherry. I don't mean it in a negative way, but let's use her in a positive manner. Like if you've ever had that moment that I want to work with her directly, I want her to do my personals, I want her to do my Zooms, I want her to do my 3-ways, I want her to do this is that moment right now. This is that moment. So the game plan right now is 2, 6, bronze, silver, gold, sapphire. Okay, so the list we just have to go through. The invite is something that we have to work on. Okay, so the invite. The invite is, do not explain this business on the invite. Please, please, please. Invitation. And there's so many different invitation conversations, right? So I'll give you an example. If I was talking to Helen, and Helen has been in this industry before, and I sat there and said, hey, Helen, how are you? Great, Muzaffar, how are you? Listen, Helen, I really have to talk to you about something that's important to me. I found something that is going to change the next chapter of my life, and I thought of you. And I really need to show this to you, because one of two things are going to happen, Helen. Number one, you're either going to love it like I do, or number two, you're going to have referrals to help me jumpstart my business. Muzaffar, is it network marketing? Yes, it is. I'm not interested in doing something like that. No problem, Helen. Can I ask you a question? Yes, Muzaffar. Do you remember when you were in network marketing? Do you remember when you tried to show people and they wouldn't even look? Yeah. How did it make you feel? I hated it. Great. Don't do to me what people did to us for years. I'm not asking you to join, Helen. I'm asking you to look. If you love what you see like I do, we talk about being business partners. If not, refer me people. If I opened a sushi restaurant, even if you don't like sushi as my friend, would you refer me people that do? And wait for them to answer. Well, yeah, of course. Great. I'm building a travel and lifestyle membership. Anytime you hear travel, I want you to think of me. But you can't refer me people unless you know what my business is. Now, that's a real conversation. Another one, you're going to have shorter conversations. You're going to have people that want to catch up with you, that want longer conversation. What I'm telling all of you right now is sense of urgency. Some of you are better at texting. Some of you are better at calling. Hey, Cheryl, it's Muzaffar. How are you? Great, Muzaffar. How are you? Great. Cheryl, listen, I know that we haven't had a chance to talk in a while, but you know what? I saw something, thought of you, because I met a lady that reminded me of you. And I really want you to see what's going on, because I think it's going to impact your life. You know, Muzaffar, if it's a business that I've seen before, which is network marketing, Cheryl, listen, all I'm asking you to do is look. I don't need you to join, but you're my friend. I need you to see this. If you won't do it for yourself, do it for me. One of two things are going to happen, Cheryl. You're either going to love what I love, and we'll talk about being business partners, or you'll refer me people that will help me jumpstart my business. Either or, I just want you to be my friend. I don't need your money. I don't need a sign up. I need you to be my friend. Can I count on you? Hey, Soda, what's up, brother? Hey, man, how are you? Great. Soda, listen, I don't know if you watched the Laker game last night, but it was such a great win. If you haven't, you got to watch the highlights. No, Muzaffar, I didn't get a chance. I came back from running an event. Man, are you still going from event to event? I am. Brother, how are your knees holding up? They're not. Listen, Soto, we got to talk. You can't keep going through life like that. I found something you have to see. I'm more excited about this part of my life than ever before, and I thought of you. I've got something that I need to show you immediately. Can we talk today or tomorrow? I just need 30 minutes of your time. Well, Muzaffar, what is it? What it is, Soto, is it's too much to text and it's too much for me to go over the phone. I need 20 to 30 minutes of your time. As my brother, I'm asking you, will you give that to me knowing that I have something that's going to change your life? Yeah, can we do tomorrow? What time? Afternoon or evening? Afternoon. Fantastic. I can do it 2 or 4 o'clock. Let's do 4. Perfect. Soto, man, don't get me on a hunt, man. We're boys, we're brothers. I just want to know that if you say you're going to be there, you're going to be there. Now, is it easier that I text you with a reminder or a call? What works better for you? You can text me, Muzaffar. Great. If I text you, will you text me back? Yeah, of course. Okay, perfect. I'm going to text you. We locked it in 4 o'clock tomorrow. Momo, Moana, how are you? I'm good, Muzaffar. How are you? I'm good. How are the boys? They're good. You know, I've got more time with one than I do the other, but they're good. Listen, send them both my love. Moana, are you still working in the industry that you're working in? I am. It's really hard, Muzaffar. I know. Listen, Moana, I found something. I spoke to a lady about a company that's exploding beyond belief, and you're one of the first people I thought about. When I talked to this lady about you, she was like, you've got to introduce me immediately. Moana, I'm going to introduce you to a lady that I know that's going to change your life. Have you ever met someone that was extremely successful and humble at the same time? I don't know if you have, but I just met one and she's incredible. I'm going to introduce you to her. Moana, she's going to change your life, but she has limited time in her schedule. I can carve out 30 to 40 minutes, either tomorrow or the next day. You're never going to get this opportunity again. So let me ask you this, little sis. When do you want me to change your life? Tomorrow or on Friday? What works better for you? But Muzaffar, what is it? Mo, it's something that I'm telling you is going to change your life. Seriously? If I knew how to explain everything, I already would. I just told you, I met a woman that's extremely wealthy and humble. I can't do what she does, or I'd have what she has. Again, tomorrow or Friday, Mo? Tomorrow, Muzaffar, what time? Morning or afternoon? Can we do evening? You're pushing me, Mo. You're pushing me. What time in the evening? These are normal conversations, guys. Hey, Richard, how are you? Hey, Muzaffar, I'm good. How are you? You know, I've been taking care of my health and making sure I'm back to 100%. I love it, Richard. Been praying for you, man. I hope that you're back at 100. But listen, I found something that I know is going to make an impact in your life. Really? What is it? Look, I don't have the time right now, Richard. What I do have is I have a couple of windows open that I need to connect you with a business partner of mine. I told them all about you. You have to meet my business partner, Richard. It's something that is expanding all throughout the world right now, and I've got to connect you. Yeah, but Muzaffar, can you tell me more right now? Richard, I can't. I love you, brother. I've been praying for you. I can't, but I do need 20 to 30 minutes of your time. Question is, do you want to do tomorrow or Saturday? What works better for you? When? Either tomorrow evening or Saturday morning. Saturday morning. Richard, listen, don't set an appointment with me and miss, man. No, I won't, Muzaffar. Great. Let's lock it in Saturday morning. I'm going to message you. Make sure you message me back. Don't sleep in. Not on Saturday. Not this Saturday. You can't sleep in this Saturday. You sleep in any other Saturday of your life but this one. We're going to connect not just Saturday morning. I'm hitting you Friday night because I can't have you sleep in Saturday morning. Not when I'm connecting you with this person. Wow, it sounds really important. Richard, I wouldn't be talking to you this way if it wasn't. This is life-changing, buddy. Rika, how are you? I'm great, Muzaffar. How are you? I'm great. How's Bob? He's great, smiling as always. I know, every time I see him, he's got a great energy to him. How are the boys? Good. I didn't get a chance to see them much, but, you know, we've talked. I mean, my boys, that's awesome. Rika, listen, I've got to talk to you about something. And guys, I could do this all day long. If you can tell, the purpose is a normal conversation, staying normal. But the invite is just over and over and over again. And all I did was think of my relationship with you and what I would say if I was calling you. With my limited relationship with some of you, this is exactly what I would say. The invite, and some of you are going, wow, he makes it sound so simple. 30 years of invite. And I still messed it up with Sherry. Some of you guys, listen, you know what's funny, Sherry, is no one's ever going to believe me. They see me on stage and no one's going to believe that I vomited when I spoke to you. And it's okay, but it is what it is. The fact is, sometimes the saying of you can't say the wrong thing to the right person is actually true. And that's what happened for me. And it's going to happen for you. Now, there are other times that the wrong thing, yeah, it can be wrong. And you learn from it. And it's okay. It's okay. All I'm telling each and every one of you is these are some examples of invites. Sherry, is there anything you want to add when it comes to inviting?
I think the main thing is I'm real excited about what Josh is doing with the 100 no's, because if everybody made an attempt at that, imagine how good you'll be after getting those no's, because I can't even tell you how many no's I've had in my career. Probably in the thousands. And the reason why I don't take offense to it is in my brain, I just hear not now. I don't hear no, I just hear not now. It's not the right timing for that person. So I don't take it personally. And for all of you that are on the call, sometimes we go to the wrong people first. And I want to talk about that because, when you're making Sherry Sharman's coming in. I'm letting her in. Hi, Alex. But for all of you, it's like if you know they're anti-network marketing, or they're having a tough time right now, I would put those on my list at the bottom, not at the top. If you go to the people that that do like this industry, or had a little success with it, let Mazafar and I help you with those people, because if you've got some, big hitters out there, like, Kathy has a lady from Arbonne, Mazafar, and she has no Wi-Fi right now. She's in Texas, or otherwise she'd be on here. But for her, she wants us to do that presentation. Rika did the same thing today. She sent me a message. She says, I've got someone that who's been in the industry before, and we want some support on talking to them. Don't be afraid to ask for that. Now that Mazafar is going to Colombia for the next couple weeks, it's going to be a little different scheduling and for all of us to be able to do this. But we have got next week, we are going to be doing a presentation every night because it's the end of the month. We want to get as many of you, at least with your six done before. And then you get this cute little sign that says that you got your six. And it was fun going up on stage, and Kathy went up too. And it was like, everyone's cheering for you. We want that for you. We want each and every one of you to have that experience of being cheered for. And when they announced that Blue Diamond cruise, I don't know about you, but I'm competitive. I like to win, and I want all of you to be there with us. It's not going to be fun unless we all go. And at that point, imagine at the end of this year, you're making $10,000 plus. You're making a six figure. So in 2025, when you're making that decision to really go for this, it's going to take some time and effort that you have to set aside to be able to achieve a six-figure income. But others are doing it. I mean, we saw people walking across that stage that are signing up 20, 30 people in a month, and more, because they see the opportunity. And this membership is so easy to market because it offers so much. And it's just like Mazafar said, you don't want to talk about it too much, get them on the calls, get them on a Zoom with us, and we are going to help you. And I'm getting all kinds of messages of people, did you record this? Record this because they want to be on this. But that's what we're doing. We're making it as simplified as possible for you to be able to do this business. That's why I created the WhatsApp. Every time you sign up somebody, add them to that, because that is not going to be a chat box. It's for us to be able to post things that are happening, upcoming events that are happening. We'll be posting that kind of thing. But if you have a business question, you want to direct it personally to me or to your uplines, because we want to make sure that stays clean, because a new person doesn't need to know things that are happening. I couldn't get in my back office, or I couldn't do this or that or the other. That feed is for information on upcoming events, so I'm not having to message all of you.
Right.
And I want, my time, I want to be inviting. I want to be inviting too. So it's like, I don't want to be doing management. So that's all I wanted to throw out there, Muzaffar.
So, by the way, and I rarely would correct you. The only correction I would make is it's a Blue Diamond trip. It's not a cruise.
Oh,
It
yeah.
I'll give you guys an example. Like, one of the ideas we've thrown out, one of the ideas is Isaac's friend owns a resort in Greece. Isaac actually owns an island off of Greece, but his friend owns a resort. In this resort, one of our buddies went there. So this resort, he said, Muzaffar, the villas that are at the top level of the resort, the only way to get to those villas, and I think I want to say 22 of them, which is, and I said, Isaac, it'd be perfect. That would be the right amount of blue diamonds by the end of this year. I said, if we can do something like this, do you know how you get to the top villas is with a helicopter? So from the main level, they have to helicopter you to the top villas. And so that's one of the ideas. It's not a cruise. It's going to be a high-end luxury vacation that your flight, your villa, your everything is paid for a week. Like, it is going to be luxury. Like, we're not messing around with this trip, just so you guys know. So that's why Eddie said it's not Mexico. Not that Mexico is bad, not that the other trips we have aren't nice, but a Blue Diamond trip has to be a luxury trip, guys. Like, it has to be that level of wow, like a Bora Bora or like a Maldives or like something sick, just so you guys know. I mean, sick in a good way. So what I'll tell you, the last couple of things before we wrap up, okay? So as you're looking at game plan on how this really works, right? What you've got to look at is the presentation situation. Is one thing that I teach people is you have to learn this language. You have to learn this language. So we have videos. Watch them. Watch them a couple of times. Watch them 5 times, 10 times, 15 times, 20 times. And you'll start learning the language of Viago. Start learning this membership. Start learning what it has, because what happens is your confidence goes up. Once your confidence goes up, it will help you with your invite. It's not that you're going to be explaining the presentation. It's just that your confidence is going to be up and you'll be inviting a lot more. Like, do you understand? Like, I just did the presentation last night and I showed people every time I use the membership, myself, my confidence goes up. Like, just the new hotel I found in Bogota, and I saved 50% off right then and there. I was like, gosh, it was another reminder. I love this membership. And I just said it to myself and I was like, ooh, I better take a picture of this thing. But the other thing right now is as Sherry said, this week and going into next week, right now it's Wednesday, right? So on Thursday night at 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern, we're doing a presentation, right? Saturday, we're doing 9:30 a.m. Eastern, Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay. So as we look at these two presentations, what does that leave us? It leaves us Friday, right? What I would do right now, and then we've got Sunday and we've got Monday. Okay. What we do this week, just so all of you know, and I'm trying to get everyone to understand how our commission structure works. Some of you are going, and again, I'm going to talk money, but I want you to realize, right, that this right here, whatever we do from now until Monday, this is going to go into your paycheck on Friday, February 7th. So all the work we do from now until Monday night is going to go into Friday, February 7th. So we want to help you get your 6 before or until Monday night, if you haven't already got it, right? We want to help you get 1. We want to help you get 2. We want to help you get 3. The fact is if this team focuses on step 1, 2, step 2, 4, step 3, 6. Oops, I put 3, 6. The point is that we've got a presentation, and then we can do privates here. We can do privates here. We can do privates here. For me, just so everybody knows, I'm flying on this day right here. I land in Colombia. I'll be in my hotel late. This is because I have a long layover, and it's always a full day when I'm headed to Colombia on travel, just so everybody knows. So this for me will be difficult, but you've got videos, you've got several people that can help you with a presentation. You got 3-way calls with Sherry, things of that sort. But Monday, we're going to have a presentation, as Sherry said, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is the end of the month. So we're going to be doing a presentation every day this week. I know for a fact, Sherry, I will be doing Monday. I will be able to do Tuesday. I think we will have to get Jesse to do Wednesday because I'll be in Cali. I should be able to do Thursday. We'll have to get Jesse to do Friday. And then I'm in an all-day training on Saturday. So that would be Saturday that I can't do because I have a training all day, Saturday and Sunday. And then I'm home on Monday. As much as Sherry loves the Colombian people, she's like, hurry up and get home, Muzaffar. So I already know. And so right now we've got to look at this is good and challenging. This is for this week. We've only got 2 presentations. We have one on Thursday, one on Saturday. We need more presentations happening. What I'm asking is who's ready? Because we need some of you to start doing presentations. Rika, Richard, Soda, Cheryl, Helen, Matt, Moana, Nikki, Bob, Susie. Why not? Why not present? Like, why not? Look, most of us are at an age that we've got more behind us than in front of us. We just do. And I'm telling you, fear is temporary. Regret is permanent. Why live in regret? Why not give it your all? Why not go on this ride with us? Why not just present with us? Just do it with us. And here's the fun part. No one knows you'll make a mistake except for you. A new person only knows what you show them. I'm willing to bet that all of you have a favorite song. All of you do. If I played that song right now, all of you could sing when the tone goes up, down, where the pauses are. Cheryl, I know you have a favorite song. I know you do. You just look like somebody that has fun dancing to a favorite song, and you know all the words, all the words. And the truth is, if you know the words to a song, you can learn the words to this song. You can. Everybody can. Everybody can. Soda, I know you can do a presentation. Richard, I know you can do a presentation. Moana, I know you can. Rika, for sure. Right? Listen, all of you can. The point is that listen to the video. I want to do every presentation I possibly can for all of you, but the truth is that I'm limited because of time and an organization that I also have a commitment to. So it's time that some of you start to take ownership of this. You know, Matt, my brother, Sherry's told me how phenomenal you are at presenting. I don't care if you look like a mountain man and your hair and your beard is longer than it's ever been before. Brother, you have the ability to present and change lives, and we need you like we do. And Team Loving Life needs all of you to start loving life and step up and go present like never before. So the plan right now is get on the presentation I do tomorrow, write down what I'm saying, write down the transitions, write down the jokes, and then use it to do your own. Write down the examples, write down how I go from slide to slide, write down my close, write down my introduction, write down how somebody does the host and then edifies Sherry, and then how she edifies me, and then how I do the presentation, then how I go to testimonials and re-edify Sherry, and then I shut up. It's a flow, and it works. It works really well. It's time. It's time. It's time for us to go live the life that we deserve. And Sherry, it's always great for you to wrap this up, but hopefully this game plan, hopefully getting everybody focused on what we need to do to really go after this helps all of you. But I'm excited. Let's really light up tomorrow night. And anything we can do during the day, let us know. But Sherry, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, I know how you guys are feeling right now, because when he says about doing a presentation, I'm not ready to do a presentation yet. So tomorrow night, I am going to make sure that Ms. Offer records the call, and I will get that recording to each and every one of you so that we can all study it. I hear what he's saying, but it's like with everything going on right now, you guys are, you're my babies. So we will grow with this and learn this together, but we will have the video of Muzaffar. I'm gonna ask you to do a call like within 30 minutes for tomorrow night. You know, maybe do less testimonials. Do you have another call happening?
No, I'm just adding people in, whoever's joining.
They're not part of us.
I don't know. There's not another one that I have.
Come on in, everybody.
I know 999-391 is Dave. He always does 999-391.
Oh, okay. Hi, Dave.
I know that's him. I told you, I knew that was him.
Oh, good. Hi, Dave.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Everyone, this is our friend Dave. But yeah, did people get the time wrong?
I don't know. People are joining right now. It's funny.
Oh my goodness. You guys, we just finished an hour call. Yeah, I think everybody got that time wrong. Yeah.
I had 9:30. I apologize.
Oh, it's 8:30. 9:30 is the presentation call. That's all right, no worries. We recorded all this for you. So
it's still recording, yes.
So what we'll do is, anyone else that's on here that
and just so all of you know, we really did. We're sorry. I'm going to show you something. This was how the presentation started tonight. Look, we started with the 7 steps. We went through this. We had everybody decide where they're going to finish, pick one out. From here, we went to the game plan from now until Atlanta. for everybody to register. You must be registered. We went through the whole timeline. We went through all of it. We taught people how the build is going to be all the way till the Blue Diamond trip. And then we taught about language, video, learning this week's presentations. Next week, we're doing every day. We're finishing the month here, and whatever you do goes into your paycheck on Friday. No joke, guys. We went through a whole hour training. Just so all of you know, please don't feel bad. I'm just letting you know we did do this. Now we have it on recording, and people are still joining. They must have gotten it confused. I'm so sorry, all of you, but like, we love y'all, but we literally just finished.
She had her kids. She let
So-
Okay, so what we'll do, everyone, we will get you a copy of it as soon as by tomorrow.